going the distance. Our SSG about to close out this first series, send us to a bracket reset and a second best of 7. It's time for oddball. It's time for live fire.
Underway here in the 6th game of the series. Will it be the last one is the question. Stellar's been on fire with this weapon all weekend, but especially today. Can he do it again?
Yes.
Yes.
First shot's gonna hit. Second one doesn't quite connect. Lucid wants it off of him, and understandably so. He's got some very fond memories of having that sniper rifle in his hands. But for Stellar, we mentioned how he was very quiet and didn't get the chance to do much in the previous game. He's going to find himself as one of the last two alive. How do you keep doing it?
Almost does it again. 3 were dead. Stellar was now making 4 dead. Stellar was last player, so that camo will go to Formal. So despite the opening highlight reel that continues from Stellar's POV, it will be points on the board for OpTic Gaming.
I was talking to Aries backstage, and he says the only player in the HCS who doesn't realize it's a snipe. He plays like it's a shotgun.
He really
just
does.
Runs at people, doesn't care. Just no scopes and backs himself every time. Well, early on here, it is going to be OpTic Gaming, even though we see the highlight clips coming in early from Stellar, who have an element of control on the ball back in the garage. 20 seconds already on the board for them. SSG looking for the break. Love that fight between both players. Neither wanted to trade. They were kind of faking it and then backing out, looking for the swing from the other player. It's going to be Eco who comes out on top.
SSG now ball in hand scoring, but there's a lot of pressure that's coming in. They were 2 dead as well, so it was an even 2v2 split momentarily. Might mean that SSG might have to drop and rotate here based on the spawns, or they might just have to get a few slays before the holds can continue. 12 points on the board.
Should see a lead change in the next few seconds as well. Well, it looks like the push timing from OpTic Gaming is going to force Eco to think about kills instead of that oddball time. Essentially a tied game here. Legend finding a couple in the feed is certainly going to help them maybe reprioritize from kills to that oddball, but here comes Formal. He's got a little bit of help coming over from top middle as well, but Formal survives long enough for that help to arrive. It'll be Lucid from top middle, and now comes Trippy through the rat tunnel, looking to clean up some damage. But another kill for Legend. He's had a really good start to this game.
Yeah, it really has. Trippy knows there's a little bit more work to do here around the window. We'll see if he can pick this one up. Big 1v1 he does. Gets a little bit of help on it as well from players that were coming in from the dummies angle. 21-18 essentially tied up, and very close in kills as well. OpTic right now leading 14-11.
Yeah, this fight's gone on for so long as well that nobody really touched that ball, which means that it's going to be reset bottom middle. OpTic are looking to bring it back out towards Trippy initially, and off the back of it, Lucid and Formal find some kills. Crazy movement coming in there, bottom middle from Legend. But Trippy was more than a match to it, and now he's going to find himself a camo. That was SSG 3 dead momentarily.
Very, very good timing there on those kills. Once again, that's what we talked about. It's not just about the kills that you're able to get, it's when and where, and they are key to keep Trippy alive as long as they could. Eventually, he gets up close and personal with the camo, which is going to be unfortunate for that camo control in that position, but absolutely beautifully done in the end. OpTic Gaming with a few extra points on the board now, 31-18.
Every bullet at the moment just seems to be finding a home for every single player who is on this main stage. OpTic Gaming, though, will find themselves 2 dead, and even though Trippy has that ball, he'll go to the death screen as well before sending it off the map. Now, Legend, what can you do with this sniper rifle? Can you grab it off the stand and match some of the plays that we've seen? Unfortunately for him, the answer is no, but Bound will collect for SSG.
Bound, a man we've seen pop off with this as well. By the way, these teams still so neck and neck. It's a low-scoring oddball overall. They're tied at the 30 mark. And Bound says, I know how to use this thing too.
There's a double for Bound. Formal might think about peeking. Oddball, he's going to be down in front of the tower at the moment. Bound is just flying at Formal here, and he's going to trade it out, but maybe give the sniper rifle over to OpTic, and something that he did want to do. Oddball resets once again. Essentially a tie game here, only a couple of points between the two.
Lucid picks up the first kill off the next exchange.
Okay.
We'll see what he can do now. This is just a treat. I'm absolutely loving this.
Seems like everyone's just taking turns to see if they can outdo each other at the moment. No connection this time from Lucid, but most importantly, there certainly is a connection with the oddball, because OpTic have got into somewhat of a lead here. 47 points on the board for them as the ball will finally be played. But this kind of lead with some of the best players in the world is more of a lead than you think sometimes.
4 dead there for the side of OpTic Gaming. We'll see now if SSG can continue to capitalize. They will continue scoring. QT will also almost go down for Bound, but most importantly, it's a lead change here off of the 4 dead. Space Station now into a narrow lead at 50-47.
Play ball comes in though. The ball will be thrown out bottom middle. Legend will be first spawner at the back of green, and it will be OpTic who should have an element of map control. But you can see Bound already pushing up towards that camo, doing damage onto dead zone, and Legend wants to capitalize on this, being aggressive, knowing he can get out here with a QT if he needs to. And before he goes back through the point, sends Trippy just for a little nap.
Love that play. A lot of players might have made the low percentage play there just to get the shots done and then QT. Instead, he gets the kill and then he QTs. Great confidence coming in out of Legend.
Getting a little bit scrappy here in the last few moments. Camo coming up. You can see the decisions kind of split. The priority is going to be split for the teams. Oddball becomes secondary to the power-up. And Lucid, as last alive, managed to grab it and burn it, but that's all it's going to be because OpTic will find themselves all into that respawn screen, and it will be SSG who have that ball in their hands, sat up on the cuts at the moment, bound looking for targets.
It's another 4 dead. Still, even though we've seen that, Space Station's only outslaying by 3, but we've seen several 4 deads for them, and it has really translated to time on the board as they now have 70 points to 47.
Eco still has that ball in his hand, by the way, even though OpTic find themselves with 2 kills. Eco is just milking time, and look at the score. It's starting to go only one way, and SSG are closing in on a round 1 victory here. Finally, they forced the play ball. Well, certainly get the ball out of the hands. Lucid will grab it and bring it back towards the tower, you would imagine, but for a second I thought the ball had been thrown off, but in fact it was just SSG being cut down.
I think they were trying to rotate there. I think they were looking for at least green tosses to open field or kind of right in front of B. In the end, they do get cut off, like you say. SSG, though, is able to then, off the next set of pressure, force a play ball themselves.
Sniper rifle was up a few moments ago. Didn't quite see who managed to grab it. Green gun being effective, but not enough to take down Eco, and hey, there it is. Surprise, surprise. Oddball once again gets reset bottom middle. You would imagine that Eco's going to make the call to his teammates to try and drag this one back towards the tower where he can do the most damage.
Narrowly misses on Lucid on the cuts. A lot of pressure here, top mid and the cuts. Very, very quick work. Dead Zone's the last player alive here for the side of OpTic Gaming. It should be more time, and to be honest, it could be the final bit of time in this round.
Eco just hard scoping the rat tunnel at the moment. He had the comms. He knew that Dead Zone was going to step into his reticle, and all he had to do was pull the trigger.
The hardest of scopes, indeed. Knew exactly where he needed to have that down. Lucid tries to peek again. This time, Eco connects on the cuts angle. 30 seconds left on the game clock as well.
Goodness me. I mentioned it just feels like an internal competition to who could do the most impressive thing in a grand final. Bound will find the kill onto Lucid, and SSG getting closer and closer now with just 10 seconds left in the round to going up by 1.
It's the World Sniper Rifle Championships here as 5 seconds tick down before the round will end.
Bound will find 1, and with 2 seconds left, SSG will put the first round on the board here and are 1 round away from resetting this bracket.
Ooh-wee, has this been fun. In the end of that round, by the way, Space Station now starting to outslay a little more. As we said, it was a pretty tight margin in terms of the overall kills on the board. But now after that round number 1, Space Station outslaying 52-41, and a very, very nice bit of late game composure as well as game clock management to close it out.
Stella's found the snipe off the rip here. It's going to be the oddball trying to be wrapped back.
Of course.
Just turn around, just 180 no-scope people, clean them up like it's the most simple thing in the world.
Don't even shoot him. Don't even shoot him.
Oh! 4 dead for OpTic again. Stella. My time under the bright lights.
Let me tell you, if you're playing a game of Clue, or Cluedo as they call it sometimes, it was Stellar in Salt Lake City with the sniper rifle is the safest answer to any dangerous situation. What a start here from him.
Still alive, by the way. You can see that OpTic just terrified of walking towards him. He hits the body, even though Bound was in this position. It's going to be Stella who finds more kills in and around the tower. It's transferring into time here, most importantly. It is going to be SSG who are holding the oddball while all this madness is happening.
Can you imagine your top tower and Stellar has snipe and Bound has camo, and you have to choose which angle you want to try to fight that 1v2? It's not happening, and as you say, it has translated the points on the board here. 26 to be exact here for SSG in round number 2.
3 dead though for SSG, finally make it 4 dead. This is the moment maybe the OpTic needed. All the momentum in the last few seconds has been on the side of SSG. Big plays coming in from Stella, but the lead has not got out of hands. It hasn't translated into 40, 50 points. It's only 26 on the board, and we know how effective OpTic can be if they get that ball back to the tower and they can get that set up themselves.
Absolutely true. OpTic Gaming on their side of the stage, they need to remember that there's a lot more series yet to be played potentially in SSG, that they cannot let OpTic run away with this round.
Bound just got a double kill in and around Green, I believe, and a couple of members who were pushed up. And Legend finds another. Oddball was trying to be rotated away, but it looks like it might have been cut down. And even though OpTic had an element of control, SSG are flying forward and Legend has that ball in his hand. So OpTic and Lucid going to be trying to chase him down. It looks like the play ball might have come in, so...
No play ball.
In fact, it's the Legend, like you say, no play ball. It's just throwing it towards his teammates once more.
Yeah, just kind of tosses it out there. It looked like it might have been going off the map. Instead, he just throws it down to dummies. So in the end, just wanted to keep this ball in play. Lucy picks up another nice kill, not an easy one against Eco. And we'll see if they can grab that ball. It's a pretty confident play here coming in from Space Station to keep the ball on the map. But so far, it's worked out for them.
2 dead on the side of OpTic, though. Camo coming up as well. Legend's going to be closest to it.
Ooh.
Flank comes in from Eco, though. You can see he jumps up, and that allows Legend to get that camo into his hands. Only a 9-point game between these two teams in what could be the game and the round that sends us to a bracket reset.
What an interesting set of plays there. SSG plays the ball to dummies, provides enough pressure on Camo side to get Camo, and actually forces OpTic to play the ball there. Really great control here. QT denies the back whack. A little bit of frame-perfect play happening there. Still a 14-point lead for SSG. In the end, can he pick it up? Oh, Legend stays alive in a 1v1 against Formal.
The way he's moving around at the moment, he's just avoiding so much damage that would kill so many other players. Lucid, as the last alive, finds 2 kills, and most importantly, by getting those kills, keeps the ball out of the control of SSG. If he doesn't take those 2 players down, this is a very, very different scenario. SSG, off the back of those kills, now find themselves chasing down OpTic Shadows. Formal is going to move away with that oddball, and we are going to potentially see a tied game here as OpTic continue to move that ball away.
Oh, it was too quiet there. Eco was the last player alive, but SSG really took their time on this push and the counter. Here they come.
OpTic will go into a lead. It's only slender, but it's a lead still. Legend trying to push across top middle. You can see the flood is starting to come in, but a lot of shields have been broken on the sides of SSG. OpTic taking some damage as well, but here comes the flank from Trippy. Finds one and tries to move that oddball back towards the garage.
3 dead here for almost your last player alive. He's going to try to cut this off, but instead SSG is wise to it. They're going to instead rotate that ball out of Rat Tunnel here through bottom middle. Just amazing chess matches being played here. There's a flank on one side, bottom mid. There's a flank on the tower side. Really just counter strategies being executed against each other. And these two teams still right here tied at the 39 mark.
Absolutely insane. Absolutely crazy what we're seeing on our screens right now. The QT away is going to keep Formal alive for a few seconds after getting that initial damage down. But now he's going to get straight back into the action. Teammates dropping around him, though. Grabs the sniper rifle on his way to his shields coming back.
Stellar got the kill.
That should be one. But Stellar is still alive at the back of the tower. There's a body shot, but it's not the headshot that Formal wanted.
Formal does not take down Stellar top tower. If he doesn't switch the swipe there, I'm pretty sure he gets the kill. He prevents the kill back tower, and the whole set of plays here that follow would have been completely different.
Stellar now with that pistol, trying to work alongside Legend flying through this tunnel, but now he finds himself as last alive, and that will be 4 dead momentarily for SSG, and it's OpTic now who grabbed that oddball, and with the grenades flying into them as well, would know where those spawns are coming in. Dead Zone grabs that ball.
Eco trades, but it will still mean that SSG has to construct an entirely new push. Pressure already coming in here, Formal with the camo, and a 5-point lead to stay alive in not just the round, but in the grand final. Can they do it?
Moments like this is when the shots that you hit matter even more. OpTic continuing just to tick that score up.
Wow.
In their favor, but here comes the push from SSG. The nades fly in, the ball is going to be rotated away. Dead Zone manages to find 1. That's going to be 2 now. Falling for SSG as Legend will have to try and survive.
Legend knows he needs a kill, he needs the damage.
Spotted out.
That's why he's playing this very carefully here. It's just a 10-point game with 70 seconds left.
1v1 with Dead Zone. It's going to be a trade. 3 dead on the side of OpTic Gaming, and now the race for the oddball will be won by Eco. He will have in his hands. And even though OpTic worked so hard to get that lead, that might be changing in just a few seconds' time.
Formal's already forward up the map. You see him leading with a sniper rifle. Almost gets punished for that angle. Can he stay alive?
Eco's behind him. Eco's behind him, gets 1. But Lucid will be there to trade those kills out. Throws it off the map. It is a tied game here. 55-55.
Unbelievable. 2v2 on the map. The QT does not pay for Lucid. He will get taken down. That means the sniper rifle will trade hands as well in just a moment here. What can Bound do? 40 seconds left. As you say, tie game.
Tie game. Less than 40 seconds left. Bound with the sniper rifle.
Oh boy.
Hit these shots, win your team the game. First body will be cleaned up. Everybody knows how important these next few moments are. It's a smart play from SSG. They go for the extra second, but OpTic are there. And now Bound has even more pressure on his shoulders as he's last alive here for SSG. He's going to be challenged for the rat tunnel. He finds 1, but 3 players from OpTic is going to be too much to deal with. And OpTic will come away with that ball.
They flood, 14 seconds left. Here comes the pressure, off of the damage.
Legend gets 1. Legend will find one. Oddball is going to be down, but it's a 1 second advantage here for OpTic Gaming. Legend will find two.
Former last player alive, that's going to be it.
They grab the ball. They grabs the ball. They get into the lead. The coldest man in the venue. And his name is Legend.